Communism, a Tool of Egalitarianism, by James P. Pears. Alexander Dugin put it poignantly in his critique of Marx when he said that the political theory got it right from critiquing its opponents but gets it wrong with its own internal workings. There is altruism about the socialist ideal that has a shared common goal to it. Yet is it really a shared wealth or a wealth of exploitation? There seems to be a disconnect, a big one, with the bourgeois and the egalitarians. This includes a lot of missed opportunities from both classes. The centralization of power is always the fear-mongered response. Yet how is that response to a controlled government of any benefit to any party? That is easy: laws and regulations. This gives way to how they can either control or loosen the reins of power. Now there is something the egalitarian always seems to wrestle with: the altruistic tendencies of working, providing, and having issues with seeing the bourgeois at the top. It usually has a hard time not to centralize, whether it be a form of socialism, democracy, or a republic government. There is always going to be a centralized source of power, and that power will always be concentrated. Concentrated on class warfare or peacekeeping. These tendencies obviously spurn from human nature, the eternal question of the haves and the have-nots. This kills the tendency to keep it as human nature, but to see it as such. That is always the chaos in the struggle. This class struggle is not unique to any form of government. Obviously, laws and regulations, especially with that of the United States and the forefathers who brought the Constitution, did not want a centralized government within just federal monopolization. This way it gives power to the egalitarian, or common citizen. Now, where would communism or a form of socialism come into play as a tool for the egalitarian? Well, on a very basic level. This will help them to fundamentally realize that they must be able to do something about it because of those laws set by a centralized government. The good news is that a governing body is not monolithic. It tries to be, but yet having alternatives or trying to solve the issues is something that communism would not have. So that is where it is being fortunate in a hybridized socialist government. Then again, the hydra of modernism and secular Satanism stagnates a lot of growth in a very important spiritual direction. Is that due to no freedom, like it is abolished under a communist structure, or overbearing with it in having too much freedom, in a socialist hybridized version of the United States? Well, human nature is suppressed. There seems to be a way that it finds its light. The light of God will never be extinguished, yet if one gets to choose, it seems to get weirdly replaced by touted ideologies or nonsensical belief systems. The strange part is that ideological possession has the ability to take hold. Yet that placeholder in someone's makeup can tend to change it like a chameleon changes its colors. Those colors that change are the cause for concern that crush it and grind it into a very useless ideology. That ideology is still uniquely egalitarian, but yet, to put it out of Marx's playbook, he was right about his altruism, but wrong about a lot of other matters.